So you want to play Escape from Tarkov, but you don't know where to begin. Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm GhostXI3, and in this video I'll be explaining everything you need to know as a new player in Escape from Tarkov. We're going to cover specific differences between your PMC and Scavs, how raids work, what gear you should bring, how the maps are set up, and how to interact with traders. I played nearly 4,000 hours in Tarkov, so on top of a general overview of each topic, I'm also going to share special survival tips at the end of each section. Tips that'll help you stay alive longer than 30 seconds. If you find this guide helpful, make sure to drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss future Tarkov tips and raid highlights. And remember, I stream Tarkov live on this channel a few days a week, so feel free to stop by and ask questions or just hang out. Tarkov isn't your typical shooter. It's the most hardcore extraction looter shooter out there, blending FPS combat with survival and RPG mechanics. Every raid drops you into a map where you'll loot valuable gear, fight AI scavs or other players, and try to extract alive. If you extract successfully, you'll gain experience that levels up your skills and lets you keep all of the loot that you found. But if you die, you lose everything that you brought in, and that's the magic of Tarkov. Think of it as a mix between DayZ, Call of Duty, and a hardcore economy simulator, all set in a brutal post-war Russian city. In Tarkov, you can play raids as either your PMC or as your Scav. Let's start by talking about your PMC. This is your main character. You choose the gear they bring into raids, and they gain skill progression as you use them. Everything you equip in your stash, weapons, armor, meds, ammo, is what your PMC will take into the raid. Make sure you always bring enough ammo for extended firefights and a good supply of meds to stay combat ready. When entering a raid as a PMC, click Escape from Tarkov, select your PMC, choose a map and the time of day that you would like to play at, skip the practice page, we'll cover that next, decide what you'd like to insure. This is an important step. Insurance is a great safety net. If you fail to extract, insured items will be returned to you within 48 hours, as long as another player didn't pick them up, of course. Keep in mind, ammo and meds cannot be insured. Now let's talk about your Scav. A Scav run is basically a free raid. You spawn with random gear and can loot freely without risking your main stash. If you extract successfully, you get to keep everything, including your Scav's loadout that you began with. If you die, no problem. You don't lose any of your main equipment. One important thing to note, when you play as your PMC, you will load into a raid at the beginning of it. This means that every PMC is at their spawn and all of the loot is available. When you load into a raid as your Scav, you do not enter a raid at the beginning of it, but somewhere in the middle. This means that much of the loot will already be gone, and other PMCs and player Scav locations will be random as they've been exploring the map for some time. Finally, practice raids, or offline mode. These are an amazing way to learn the maps and extract locations. Here, you can also test your gear or practice fighting AI scavs and seeing how bosses operate. In practice mode, there are no other PMCs and you don't lose or gain any loot, ammo, or skill progression. This is purely for learning and training. Next, we're going to talk about the traders and the flea market. Tarkov has several traders: Prapor, Therapist, Fence, Skier, Peacekeeper, Mechanic, Ragman, Jaeger, and Ref, each offering unique gear, services, and missions called tasks. Completing tasks is how you level up traders, unlock better gear, and earn money. There are two types of tasks: core tasks and daily tasks. Core tasks advance the main storyline and unlock new quests. Daily tasks don't progress the story, but reward valuable loot and boost your reputation with the trader. Each trader starts at loyalty level 1 and can be leveled up to 4. With each level, they offer better gear and equipment. You can check your progress with each trader at the top right corner of their tab. Once you hit level 15, you'll unlock the flea market. This is the heart of Tarkov's player-driven economy. Here, you can buy and sell items directly with other players. Each trader pays differently for items. To maximize your profits, make sure you sell weapons and ammo to mechanic, sell armor and clothing to ragman, sell your meds and valuables to therapist, and totally avoid selling anything to fence unless it's broken junk like broken weapons or broken armor. He will pay you the least and rip you off every time. When listing items on the flea market, price them slightly below the lowest current listing. That way, your item sells quickly. Overpricing items leads to unsold items, and you'll lose the listing fee when they're returned to you. Your hideout is your personal base of operations. You can upgrade modules like your workbench, med station, rest space, and eventually your Bitcoin farm. Upgrading the hideout is a massive part of Tarkov's progression. It lets you craft ammo, medication, and generate passive income. Just add fuel to your generator and power it on to begin crafting. Always turn your generator off when you log out. This is because crafting timers will continue ticking. Fuel continues to burn even when you're not playing the game. Upgrade your hideout as fast as possible. Once you unlock the library, you'll get a huge bonus to your passive skill experience. You can also build a gym, which lets you train two of the most important skills in Escape from Tarkov: strength and endurance. The higher your strength is, the more gear and loot that you can carry in a raid. And the greater your endurance is, the longer you'll be able to sprint in raids. Your stash is where all of your gear and loot are stored. And believe me, it fills up fast. Early on, prioritize items you need for hideout upgrades or quests. Keep useful weapons and armor for future raids. Keep your ammo, meds, and keys organized. Speaking of keys, these are very important in Escape from Tarkov. Save them all until you know which ones are valuable. Many unlock quest rooms or high-tier loot areas. You can safely sell duplicates since you rarely need more than one copy. Use tactical rigs and storage cases to pack smaller items more efficiently. Upgrade your stash size to the hideout, or if possible, consider the EOD edition for extra space. There are a few essential items that you'll need for every raid in Escape from Tarkov. I'm going to list these in order of importance based off of my opinion and experience. The first thing you need, a headset. Second, weapon. Correct ammo, meds, armor, a rig, and lastly, a backpack. Sound is everything in Tarkov. Every footstep in Door Creek matters, both yours and your enemies. A headset enhances enemy movement sounds while reducing ambient noise, giving you a huge tactical advantage. Next, make sure your magazines are properly loaded before entering a raid. This is not Call of Duty with ammo pools. Before you load into a raid, you will need to pack your mags individually. Make sure you're using the correct ammo type for your weapon. Tarkov is brutal about this. Store your magazines in your tactical rig, not your backpack. If they're in your backpack, you cannot reload during combat. Smaller magazines, like pistol mag or even shotgun shells, can be stored and used in your pockets. Now let's talk about meds. Healing is how you recover from damage during a raid. There are several types of damage and injuries. Light damage can be healed with medkits, like an AI2 or an IFAK. Light bleeds need a bandage or something like an IFAK to stop. Heavy bleeds require a tourniquet or a larger medkit like a Saliwa. Broken limbs will need to be fixed with a splint. Blacked out limbs require a CMS or a surgery kit to repair. Painkillers can be used at any time to temporarily ignore limb pain and movement penalties. When it comes to armor, I personally recommend level 2 or higher for new players. Level 2 will not stop top tier ammo, which is mostly used by PMCs, but it will protect you from AI scavs and low penetration rounds. This is huge early on. And your backpack? This is where the magic goes. This is your loot bag. Don't worry about looking like a Chad on day one. Focus on budget kits while you learn the ropes. The better gear will come with time. Almost every ammo type can kill with a headshot in Escape from Tarkov. Just like in a zombie apocalypse, always aim for the head. This is also why I rarely use helmets. Apart from the occasional ricochet, helmets will rarely save you from a skilled shooter. Each raid takes place on a specific map, like Customs, Interchange, or Woods. You'll spawn in, loot gear, fight AI scavs and other players, Complete tasks, and then head to your extraction point before time runs out. Always check your extraction points at the start of a raid by double tapping O. That key is your best friend early on. I even suggest rebinding this so extracts will appear when you release O. That way, with a single press, you can see both your remaining time and your extract locations. Remember, not every extract is available in every raid. Some require special conditions to use, like paying rubles or activating a power switch. Since you're new, I would focus first on using the extracts that are always open. That'll help you learn map layouts faster and save you the frustration of fighting across the map only to find that the extract you wanted was closed. Every Tarkov veteran will tell you, learn customs first. Customs is an industrial zone filled with dorms, warehouses, offices, and fuel depots. It is the perfect beginner map. The loot is balanced, the spawns are predictable, and there are tons of resources online. Learn key locations like dorms, gas station, and construction. I'll have an in-depth customs guide coming soon, so make sure you subscribe for that. Once you're comfortable on customs, start branching out. As of this video, there are 10 playable maps in Escape from Tarkov. Factory is a small indoor chemical plant with tight corridors and intense close quarters combat. Interchange is a large shopping mall and transport hub with both indoor and outdoor firefights. Shoreline is a coastal area with villages, a resort, and open fields mixed with tight interiors. Woods is a dense forest map with cabins, a sawmill, and long sightlines. This is great for learning stealth and sniping. Reserve is a secret military base above and below ground, filled with elite loot and danger. Lighthouse is a scenic but deadly coastal area with industrial zones, homes, train tracks, and a secret trader. The lab is a high-risk, high-reward underground research facility with elite AI enemies and no player scav spawns. Note that insurance is unavailable when you go to the lab. If you fail to extract at the lab, you lose absolutely everything that you brought in. Ground Zero is a compact urban map designed for new players, featuring mixed indoor and outdoor combat. This is a very small map with poor loot. Apart from a few beginner quests, you will not be spending much time on Ground Zero. Streets of Tarkov is a massive city map. This features tall buildings, many of which that you can explore, and vertical combat encounters. Personally, Streets of Tarkov is my favorite map, and this is where I spend most of my time. PMCs do not always spawn on the map's outskirts. Learn the player spawn zones early so you can anticipate where fights might happen and also know when you're about to come up to a choke point. We'll cover spawn pathing and rotations in a future video. Here's the secret every beginner needs to know. Play slow. Escape from Tarkov is nothing like Call of Duty or Battlefield. If you sprint around making noise, an experienced Tarkov player will hear you, flank you, or even hold an angle before you even know they're there. Always listen before you move. Use cover, watch your angles, and avoid open spaces whenever possible. Remember, as a beginner, your goal is not to kill everyone. Your goal is to extract alive and get some loot. In Tarkov, surviving is winning. Always have a specific goal before you enter each raid. Maybe this is a quest, maybe you're doing a loot run, or just a skill grind. If your spawn is not ideal for the goal that you chose, quickly adapt or switch to an alternate extract. Every decision in Tarkov should have a purpose. Don't get discouraged by dying. Everyone dies in Escape from Tarkov. I recommend you watch raid breakdowns and guides from other creators like Pastili or Landmark, or just stick around here. I'll have full map guides and budget loadout videos coming soon. Remember to run scav raids between your PMC raids to refill your stash if you're running low. Don't forget to put stuff in your secure container so that you always extract with something. Remember, every raid is a lesson, and every death will teach you how to survive longer next time. And that is your full beginner's guide to Escape from Tarkov in 2025. If this video helped you out, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Escape from Tarkov content. Please comment below what map or topic you'd like me to cover next, maybe a deep dive into customs routes, or perhaps some budget loadouts. Remember to pop into a stream sometime and say hello. Thanks for watching. I'm GhostXI3. I'll see you in the next raid.